Okay, so honey business, a failed honey business, how it all started and how it all ended. There are many lessons attached to it. Um, I was a promising young guy when I was young. I had so many dreams and aspirations in the sense that I, I always wanted more. I never wanted to live that normal kind of lifestyle. So there is always that zeal for me to push harder, even in these times of difficulties. I've done many jobs and everything, and I never knew that there was this guy, this particular man, say guy, the Reverend Father too. He had been putting eyes on me. He had been looking at everything I've been doing, been following my consistency, been following my track records and everything. And God, he had this interest in me. So there was this particular day, when he came and met me, Shepherd, that he wants me to attend a seminar. I said, no, I said, it's an opportunity. And I went for the seminar. When I reached there, behold, it was just some white men that came around to enlighten the people about exportation of all these local things we use. You get like ginger, honey, bitter cola, cola nuts, many things. He came to enlighten people that these things are needed in high demand abroad. So I picked interest in honey, knowing fully well that I felt that I will have access to that one easily than any other one. As soon as I came to my shop that day, here comes this guy with this calabash, something in his head. That's how in the north they carry honey on their head. So as he was just passing by, I never stopped him. Come, how much? Is this original honey? He said, yes, it's original honey. How much is the honey? He now told me that, like how many do I need? I called my friends around, come and help me check this honey. Is the original one? And indeed they confirmed that, this one makes sense. How much is 25 liter? The man now told me that 25 liter is, I think 25,000, yeah, 25,000, I think 25,000 for 25 liter. And I now see like bargain, that time, I now see like bargain, I say, no, it's too much. Reduce something for me. He now told me that, okay, last price, Gaskia is 20,500. Still in it, I now told him that, okay, let's do a deal. I want you to be giving me natural honey without any mixture. But I will pay you 25,000 for the. I don't want you to mix, even though it's a drop of sugar. Are we having a deal? The man was so happy because I told him that the essence of this my buying of honey is not for local consumption. I want to transport it abroad. Walmart and the rest. He was so happy. He said, inshallah, by God's grace, that nothing happen. He's going to try his best. And that was how he started business. Now, when he brought his first supply, I did not pay attention to the details they told us in that seminar very well. It was not the 25 liter I was supposed to carry to transport to the Walmart I want to send abroad. No. I was supposed to just carry maybe a spoon. You get? I'll just carry a spoon, and that spoon, package it like inside this vitamin C pack. You know that vitamin C white paper, then seal it up. Then I'll now send it through DHL or UPS or anything abroad. And when it reaches there, now it will be less costly. You get? So when it reaches there, they will now test it. When they now test it, they will now send me an email if it is approved. You understand? They will now send me an email because I will attach my email, my contact, everything there. They will send me an email. They will even forward some money. You get? Or they'll be in charge of the transportation to bring in the other ones. But the only way I will get response, because this second time if I'm sending it now, I'm going to send it with my account number. The only way I will get response is that the sample I first sent, if it is same with what I now sent, you know, the bulk now I'm sending, they will respond me back my money. I will receive that. So when I now went to the DHL company, they now weighed that 25 liter instead of just a small pinch I will send. And they now told me around 160 something kilo. I put my hand in my head and say, yeah, I cannot do this thing. How will I do? How will I do? There and then I now got an inspiration that if really this is an original honey and diabetes and everything is killing Nigerians, why not? Let me go into local production. I now ran to the market close by, bought 1 liter rubber, plenty, took it home, and that was how I started selling locally. In every 1 liter, then, not now. You know, I'm buying it 25,000 for 25 liter. So in every 1 liter, I'm getting 500. I used to sell 1.5. So that means I'm buying it 1,000 in every 1 liter. Exactly. Then I'm selling it 1.5. So in every 1 liter, I'm getting 500 naira. In 25 liters, I'm getting like 7.5. Business was going on fine. This guy from 1 to 2 to 3, and no, it was a doubler. 1 to 2 to 4 to 8 to 16 to 20 jerry cans. He brings them in, and the funny thing was that I was very young and nothing like any bash credit, cash. As he comes with it, I generate his cash and give to him. Either I go meet my mom that time, she writes a check, she collects the money, and instant payment. So where was the problem? One problem is that I overtrusted this guy. We kept on doing business. Normally, this guy now stopped carrying that thing on his head to look for who to buy honey. He will just now, he will just come with this small minibus to my shop, my small kiosk then, and just drop the honey for me. I find a way to transport it to my house. My mom is already at home to intercept this honey and be packaging it. I have now, this is not our focus. This is just to help us generate funds, because the money for transporting that honey at that moment was not available. Yes, let us just use this one, and business was going on. You can imagine starting with just one rubber, 125 liter, and now we are doing 10, 20. So business was going on very, very well, very fine. The guy now one day was like, that I don't want to call the name of his tribe. You understand what? You know, make me see how that this business we are doing, a million so. That small age is that he's supposed to come and know my house now, Haba. And I was like, Haba, do you know? I called my area, and he was like, So all this while he thought I was not a Christian. But when I told him this is where I live, he was like, They now went behind me and started asking questions, asked so many questions. Even those people he asked questions came and met me. And were like, bro, what is happening? This guy has been asking those questions. And I was like, no, nothing. He just wanted to know. And after that question, after that interrogation and everything, the next thing I will hear from him is that he wants to travel. Travel? Where are you traveling to? He says his mom is sick. When you have heard that somebody's mom is sick, then really you allow him go. I said to him, no, when are you coming back? He said in 1 week's time. After 1 week, 2 weeks. Now, my supply was only that guy. Errors. 1, doing a business and having only one supply. That was one of my errors. 2 was that buying, especially when it comes to all this kind of goods, that any little mistake, there's problem. Don't pay in cash. Let the liability, don't allow it to be that it is only you that is going to face the loss if anything happens. Let it be that it is, if anything happens, okay, you are buying red oil, you are buying honey, you are buying all this, you will now be paying cash. No, don't do that. Look for somebody that sells that business, or a plug, maybe in locations that maybe you don't want to always be going there. then look for a plug, then create a relationship with the person that the person can be sending and you send money. That is the best for this kind of deals. So for me, when he comes, bring anything and drops, I pay him cash and he goes using trust as my major point of interest. So that was how he now traveled, went wherever he went to, and afterwards, the people started calling me. I had many customers. I had customers in, it was not this bread, ostrich bread. I had customers in, there's this Oceanic Bank, then now Eco Bank, their manager then in the north. This guy, when I'm taking honey to that guy, he buys like 4 liters every week. He has, I don't know, God just rose that son, that his son. It was just for me. The guy, if I'm carrying that 4 liters to the man, security will buy, what's the name of these people? Cashier, everybody. Anytime I'm coming around, there is this provision for I want. And you see that if I'm carrying 4 liters to the man, at the end of the day, I'll end up selling like almost 20 liters going for that man's order. So the man loved my honey. There was a time he met me and was like, Shedrack, come. What is my plan in this my business? And I told him that, sir, I will not lie to you. My aim is outside. I want to push this my honey to the other side. But the thing there is I don't have the capital. He now asked me, when am I ready for it? I say, sir, currently the market is actually making sense. Imagine selling how many liters? 25 liters. Like 10 within, what is week? 1 week you are finished. So I say, let me try and gather momentum first before I answer the question. He now told me something that any day I'm ready, I should come and meet him. Any kind of capital I need, he will make sure that he gets me that soft loan. And I was very, when somebody have told this kind of thing, like I'm indebted to make sure that this guy, I serve him very well. So I don't used to play with his order. I make sure that if the time for giving him his money, I send it to him. I make sure that it is better because he told me that thing that his son consuming how many liters in a week. And they say the doctors confirm that this guy's sugar level is okay and sound. Now, fast forwarded to where we are now. So he now left. And after a while, people started calling because the ones I had finished. You know, the honey I had at home finished. I had, so recipe. I had an auntie that was working in Future Leaders International School there in Kaduna. That one, you carry honey. She sells in our school. I had my mom working in somewhere in the school too that white men are, and everything was going. You know, these people know the value of honey actually. Everybody will come. So what I do is that instead of selling it, I'm selling it 1.5. If you are going to buy from me 1.5, then I will not give them at 1.3. As at that time, 1.3, they sell 1.5, they sell even 2,000 naira. I don't care how much they sell. Me at the end of the day, just bring 1.3 for me. So the thing was just moving. So the ones I had at home finished. Do you know that I had to leave house because of the what's the name? People's request. Have you signed? I now told them that, sir, I had to leave house. I told them that I'm in the bush. I left house, my vacation, so that they will feel that, yeah, this guy have gone to go actually look for this money somewhere. And after many while, I'll be quiet. I kept on calling his number. I kept on calling. Finally, it was one that now called me. Hello, Oga. Where are you now? Where are you? He says, sorry, that the village he was, no network, this, that, this. And that was how, and I told him, what is happening now? He said, yes, that he even got a very good honey there. Wow. I said, now what is stopping you from bringing it? Carry it and come now, no Allah. And he was like, Oga, it's much. I said, I don't understand, it's much. Carry it and come. And that was how he now said, okay, the next day is going to come. I ran. The next day, went to my mom's place. She arranged everything to pay in cash. And this guy didn't come. So with that, she just immediately sent back the money to the bank because she can't hold this thing. She's fed that guy. Are you sure this guy is serious? And that time, holding cash, bro, it's not an advisable something to keep this kind of cash in your house. I'm talking about a size of almost 50 of those jerry cans, almost 50. So the cash. So when I now, after like 2 days again, he now called me again. Hello, Oga, that I should not be offended. That he didn't, that yesterday their car spoiled on the road. That what will happen is that he's on his way coming. That when he gets very close, he's going to come here. I say, no, till you come. So now I didn't take his call this time around very serious to start running to go and meet anybody to go and collect cash. I say, no, let me wait till I see that he comes around. And that was how I now collected. When I now waited, I now waited. After waiting for a while, then I now saw his call. His call now came. Hello, Oga, he's very close. He have reached the Gachigo. Now run. Kutu went because he was like, he's with somebody and he would not like to wait the person's time, this, that. I said, no, and I ran, went and collected it, check with my mom, everybody. We now went to the bank, we drew the money. I tell you the truth, when I withdrew this money and came, the bank that day, there was this, you know how it is, just because this is how it's going to be. This queue that day, that Friday, First Bank, Kao Kaduna, there was this queue there. I waited. So when the guy came to my shop, dropped the honey, kept on calling me, disturbing me when I was inside the bank. I said, I'm coming. At the end of the day, I now called my neighbor, if organizer. I said, please, is there any honey like this? Count it. He counted it and confirmed the amount that they brought. Also, I kept on putting pressure in the bank, and now finally, I now collected the money. I told the guy, come, just come and meet me in front of the bank. He came to the front of the bank. This mini white bus, I can't forget that color. That was how he just came out of the bank. Black leather. I wrapped it. I gave it to the guy. So I gave it to this guy, bro. The guy left. When I reached my shop, this one is honey. From afar, you will see like condemned oil, black. What is the meaning of this one? So I now came, tasted it. It's tasting honey, sha. Okay. There's this difference in taste. So I now called my other neighbors. How far this honey? He started telling me that Zamfara honey is different from Kano honey. Kano honey is different from Maiduguri honey. Maiduguri honey is different from Niger honey. Niger honey is different from Benue honey. Benue honey is different from Imo honey. That they are different. Some of them have different colors and the rest. I said, no, wala. I now carried the honey, sent it home, carried the remaining. As I reached home that day, because it was a Friday, I want to make sure that I satisfy my, what's the name? My Oceanic Bank manager's listing request. I now package. I packaged 2 jerry cans, and you know that day I finished selling 2 jerry cans. That is, I made 15K that day as profit. I finished, and I was so happy with my bike. I was so happy that, hey, today I made nice one. My business is moving. Very soon now, boy, I can sell like maybe 10 jerry cans in a day. I was so happy that night. So while you were doing the honey refilling now, there's one thing about honey. I don't know whether you know cocoa and pap. You know pap. If you are making pap, there's no way that you need anyone that touch you wash your hand. No. It's as that you licking your hand. It's not that kind of thing. So if you are doing that honey filling, you'll be licking. This how it is. You have to just be licking your hands. So my mom said like she don't understand her belly. I see she's falling sick. Her throat is doing so. My junior sister too. My sisters, all of them are like, God, they don't understand their body. My last one is purging. But at that very moment, because of what is at stake, I don't want to believe that is this honey that is making them want to purge. Lie, don't tell me that. So what did I do? So that was when I now went and distributed everything. Came back home and I saw my mom purging. My last born too purging. My junior sister sick. She saying her tummy is giving her one kind. My mom don't want to break the news to me and say, Kai, bro, this honey, there's problem. She just locked up. Early in the morning, I now woke up because I say, I want to make sure that I finish these 50 jerry cans. I want to make sure that I finish it. Sasa, finish it. At least fill let it be in their 1 liter rubber. The rubber that we use in the night, actually, we didn't even wash it. You understand? The big bath. All we do is I will pour like 2 jerry cans inside the big bath and I'll be fetching from there, understand? So we didn't even wash it. It was this early in the morning. I said, let me wake up, do the washing and everything, then start filling. It's as if all the whole ants in Nigeria came around that bath. They fill in that bath. When I came outside like this, I now shouted, yeah! My mom ran outside. What is it? She came outside like this. You see the way she almost fell down. I was even the one that now held her. This is honey that before now, my honey, many people have come and done all these tests for honey. Some will say, light it with matches, if it catches, it's a good one. Some will say, pour some drops inside water, if it melts. I get my point. These are the little tests for a good honey. If it melts, then it's not a good honey, it's sugar. Some will say, pour it on the ground. If ants come around, it's not a good one. But if it is a good one, ants, if they come and even jam it, they will move their way. They've done all those tests for my original honey. But this one now, ants are gathered inside that bag. Hey! I was so, even if I was scared, what will I do? What will I do? My mom now says something that day. He said 2 things are involved. It's either you lose the customers or you lose the capital. So I had 2 options. That early in the morning, I had 2 options. Hi, as a young boy, this is all I have. No, I say, Mom, see, I cannot lose this capital. Instead, let me push this money. I lose my customers, maybe I will correct my errors and maybe I will know what to do. Say, okay, no, I'll push. At least even a small, so that I can regain small capital. There was this particular thing about what that guy made as honey. I don't know, maybe he took some solutions and mixed something. Even if it's a spoon you put in your mouth, you start purging. So it's not as if you can even buy this thing myself and be, okay, since it's not original honey, let me just be using it for tea, you understand? As sugar. You understand my point now? You cannot try that with that honey. So in the morning, here comes one mokul, one of my customers, very good and consistent customer. Bang, 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 bang on my gate. What happened? And I went and opened the door. When I opened the door like this, and also the man, he was like, he's going to arrest me if anything happens to his son. I said, So as he was saying that, my mom now ran outside and met him and begged him that, come and see what happened to your boy. Because my mom knew that man as my boy, as my other. We do used to play all those kind of plays. So when I now went, the man now came inside. See the jerry cans, 50 jerry cans, 48 jerry cans, 5 hits. Yeah, outside the man shouted, who did this to this boy? At that moment, I wanted to start crying. My mom was really crying that, these people that did this thing to me, they didn't try. Young boy like this. So, after the man now left, well, up to today, I don't even know what happened to that man. But I believe his son was fine because it was time I saw him. We passed, we just greeted, but not. So maybe nothing happened to his son at the end of the day. But do you know what will happen next? My manager now called me. Shadrach, I am very disappointed in you. Put my hands in my head. What have I done with myself? Is somebody person I'm looking up to that is going to be my person that will help me. He's now calling me to tell me that he is very disappointed in me. There's a problem. I said that was when I now broke into tears. Hi! I started crying. So now it is no more two options I have. It is only one option I have. The only option is to go and throw it away. I've lost the customers. There's no customers now. I have to go and be saying I want to go and give this thing. Even though I want to put myself inside problem. And that was how I think 40 something of the jerry cans opened by our gutter. Cotton, that's how I was doing all this on the but then it's a solution. Till tomorrow, that guy never called back. Till tomorrow, sir. He never called. In short, the very moment after he dropped that money and left, his number never went again. This is over $1 million. As at age 16, there about 17. That was how the money went. So my advice is this, especially when you're doing all these perishable businesses, don't buy on cash. You can as well start buying on cash actually. But when it comes to when you have started dealing with very, very huge order, create that relationship with them, with that red oil company or that red oil woman, or which of that perishable this thing I'm talking about. You know, create that relationship with the person so that you can pay half or small. Then when you receive your order, you pay the remaining. Create that relationship. There are many of them in those villages where you can create that relationship with them. So they will even give you the honey or the red oil or anything and say, take, sell and give us money back. Create that relationship. So we learned lesson today. See you on the next one. Bye.